Hey guys, it's EDA Talk Sports here, and we're going to be doing a review of the Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou fight in Saudi Arabia. And guys, what an event, what a card, especially the last three fights, which I really enjoyed. But I'm going to kick off with the main event. I'm going to get straight into it. Shock result for me, shock for many others, I think. Uh, yeah, Anthony Joshua doing a great job. Absolutely dominated Francis Ngannou from start to finish. In the first round, you could see that he was finding his mark. He wasn't really phased by Francis too much. He was operating on his own tempo and timeline, and he absolutely dominated him. Knocked him down in the first, two knockdowns in the second, two brutal knockdowns in the second. The third one was absolutely devastating, as you can see. Francis had to be given oxygen. He looks like he was completely knocked out cold, and it was a devastating right hand from Anthony Joshua. Quickly, just going to give my thoughts on both men. Anthony Joshua again puts himself in a brilliant position. Did what Tyson Fury couldn't do in even more devastating fashion, and I think that's something that we have to give him credit for and props for. Something that he mentioned post-fight was the impact that Ben Davison has had on him as a trainer, and I think it's evident to see. Ben Davison is also the former trainer of Tyson Fury, if you're not aware, and again, that's going to add more intrigue, more knowledge once that fight eventually happens, and I think it will definitely happen. I think we're in a position where, with Saudi Arabia involved in these discussions, these matches seem to be getting made a lot more frequently and a lot more easier. With kind of both sides getting around the table and making an agreement. So I think, yeah, AJ, amazing. I think the partnership he has with his trainers, you see an improvement, and I think that's one of the things I always said with AJ. He needed to change his coaching. He had the same coaching from kind of the Olympics all the way up to this change, and it's great to see. I think haven't been overly impressed in some of his other performances, but gradually he's been improving. And obviously there's a bit of an asterisk because this is Francis Ngannou's second fight, but I have to take on the merit that I would anyway, and it's really impressive. So yeah, congrats to AJ. Look forward to seeing him in the ring next time. For Francis, again, got to put my hand out to Francis. It was sad to see the way that fight ended. And someone even said Dana White must be laughing, but again, Francis is the real winner at the end of the day. He's made a lot of money from these fights. It's going to be devastating for him losing this. Does he go back to MMA, fighting in PFL? I know there's a fight that's been spoken about there. Does he keep fighting in boxing and maybe start off with a lower level of opposition? You're starting against Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, two of the best in the heavyweight division. And maybe you need to start off and build your confidence up fighting others in this new discipline for yourself. So yeah, it's going to be a big one for Francis on what's going to be next. But yeah, no, all props to him, and it's just unfortunate the way that fight went down. Quickly going to cover the co-main event. So we had Joseph Parker versus Zhang, and again, a great fight. I was really impressed by both men. Yeah, Joseph Parker gets the win. I think deserved. At the end of the day, I think going into the fight, I thought it would either be Zhang by knockout or Parker by points, and I guess the latter proved to be the option. So yeah, congrats to Joseph Parker, wins despite the two knockdowns. And based on what they were saying, a rematch would happen. And I think Zhang would have to make a lot of adjustments. He seems to tire out latter in the fight. He seems to tire out latter in the round. So yeah, we'll see how that will go. But Joseph Parker's building himself up to be in a good position once this mess is sorted out between Usyk, Fury, and then AJ, who looks next in line. But guys, what an event. Really enjoyed the co-main and the main event. Heavyweight boxing is back. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Leave your thoughts and opinions. Again, it was sad to see Francis get knocked out, but props to AJ. But yeah, this has been EDA Talk Sports. Thank you for joining me, and we'll talk soon.